Welcome to the Holiday Inn Regents Park, Carburton Street in London. And here we see an outside view of the hotel in somewhat damp conditions, but nonetheless a nice looking hotel from the outside.
Okay, so here we are at the corridor on the 6th floor. As you can see, just a long straight corridor, quite nice, quite clean. Carpet shows a little bit signs of wear, but that's natural with the amount of people here. And we're in room number 640, which, as you can see, there is an executive room. So as we look inside, we can see that despite it being an executive room, it's really quite a narrow entrance. And we start looking behind the door, and there we have a cupboard with an ironing board. Underneath there we have a hairdryer, and obviously space, or robe of course, and slippers, and space to hang your clothes. We'll start on the right in the bathroom, and this is it's a nice bathroom. Obviously, to me, I think this is a single person's room. Simple reason is you get one face cloth. I know there's a couple of glasses, but things seem to be geared up for one person. And then, as you can see in there, we have a wash basin, usual loo, and this has a bath, of which I've obviously stayed in this hotel last night. This is my second night, and I can report that the shower is a nice, good power shower. The bath is lovely and deep, and there's hot water. It is hot, so you can have a nice hot bath, as I did. This room also has, as we look back into the main room, a minibar. Obviously, I know some people like the minibar, but the prices can be quite expensive. So as you can see, a 500ml bottle of still water, £2.54. A Diet Pepsi, can of Diet Pepsi, £2.04. So obviously £1.85 for a Kit Kat. So obviously this is an expensive minibar. And as we look, we also have the tea making facilities. And what's good about this tea making facilities, as opposed to the other Holiday Inns and a lot of the other ones, the Doubletree last week, by Hilton, they don't seem to be doing hot chocolate, and here we have hot chocolates. So that is actually a plus for this hotel. And it's not just Holiday Inns, there's a lot of places that are not doing hot chocolate anymore. So we look into the room, we've got a nice double bed, and it is a nice double bed. And also they must have changed the duvets to light duvets now, because that's a very light one, obviously because the weather is starting to get a fair bit warmer. Again, similar to other Holiday Inns, they seem to have art in the form of a number of different types of tube maps, and that's a circular tube map similar to what they've got at Bloomsbury. Still nice, no problem with that. Good TV, obviously showing Freeview only, but again, that's enough channels really. You don't spend a lot of time in the room watching TV, but if you do, you've got your usual Freeviews. The bench where you work, the desk, is a nice desk. It's good size, plenty of space, a nice light there which adds to if you need it. Plus also what's really good is we've got 4 plug sockets. Now, as for working Wi-Fi, obviously I tried it last night. When you join, even though this is an exec room on an executive floor, it does say that you will get the standard Wi-Fi. Now that sort of sent alarm bells ringing, thinking, I know standard Wi-Fi in a lot of other hotels is not really that good. I have to admit, I tried it last night. I tried Netflix, I tried YouTube, and everything worked with no problem at all. So the standard Wi-Fi here is excellent. You can certainly watch TV, films. I also have a Sky app, and I could view Sky Sports on my tablet. So yes, it's an excellent Wi-Fi. Certainly the standard Wi-Fi here is much better than the standard Wi-Fi in not only other Holiday Inns but in other chains as well. So a good hotel for Wi-Fi. Now as we look around, it's an exec room, so we get a couple of bottles of water, we get, I didn't look at what they were last night, habas fritters, no idea, but still it's something that will be going home for people at home to have. This Mars bar there, again I always save those for going home, and an apple which didn't get saved today, it got eaten at lunchtime, so that would be an apple for tomorrow's lunchtime. In there we've also got a pen. Now I got a pen yesterday. Normally you don't get a pen the second night, but obviously in this hotel you do. Again, there is plug sockets at the side, which was useful for charging the phone up. And I also noticed that as well as the Bluetooth speaker, which I've seen in a few hotels now, you also get a book at the side, which is an A to Z dictionary of dreams, which is quite interesting. So if you have a dream, you can look it up and see what it means. See whether you need to go out for the day or just stay in bed. Okay, we come to the view outside. Now, I'm going to explain this before I go to the view. I think you might be able to see through the window that it's an enclosed area again. I'm basically looking out onto other rooms. So whilst I'll do a quick video, and I don't want to stick there with the camera outside, or else people might start asking questions. But as you can see, as we come down, the view is literally no view at all other than other people's rooms. So effectively you come into your room and you start turning off, you're putting your curtains across for privacy. So there is no room at all, which is a shame for such an exec room. Now, this is an executive room, and the reason I think it's also for one person is quite simply that you've got one chair there, a lounge chair to sit in. You've also got one desk chair, and there's not a great deal of room for two people to move around in here. So whilst it's an exec room, it's very nice, it is quite small. Now, rate. This hotel, I got it for £186 a night. Again, it is in central London. It's at very close to Great Portland Street Tube. So it is quite handy, very handy for the tube. An easy walk down the street into Tottenham Court Road, only about 15-20 minutes down into Tottenham Court Road. So you are very central. So it's a good hotel for that. Price, I say, it's just on par with other hotels at £186 per night. But that doesn't include breakfast. And at Holiday Inns I found the rate, which is normally around between 150 and 200, does not include breakfast. The Hilton last week did, and that is roughly the same price, but Holiday Inns do not seem to include that. Okay, so rating the room out of 10. It's a very small room. It's got no view whatsoever. It's clean, it's freshly decorated, it's very nice to be in. You've no problem with this room at all. It's clean, it's what you want. I know you don't spend a lot of time in your room, but it would be nice to at least look out over something of London. So really, I'll give this room a 7.5. Now the reason 7.5, say I'm marking it down on the room, the size, the view, and the fact it is small, and I have bumped my feet, stuck my toes a few times on the different chairs and furniture around the room, particularly when I was getting up. Now, as for the hotel itself, I've put some video of the reception, which I'll add to the end of the video, and it is nice. very nice. Not big, not huge, but it is pleasant. It looks nice when you come in. It gives a good experience as you walk through the door. There's nothing down there. There's nowhere to have a coffee. There's a bar, of course, but no sort of little cafe area that I can see. But it's still nice. The restaurant is on the first floor, and I've had reports that it's very nice. The food is nice. I've not tried it myself, but I've been recommended that it is nice from colleagues who have used the restaurant. So that's about it. So this is the Holiday Inn Regents Park. It is just near Great Porter Street tube station, and a score of 7.5. It's very nice, very clean, no problems with it. It's just this room is particularly a little bit small. So this is room 640 at the Holiday Inn Regents Park. So thanks very much for watching. Stick around, have a look at the reception that'll be on next, and please check back if you'd like to see more room reviews, which will be coming hopefully every week.